morning. Today is Tuesday, November the 19th, and welcome back to my healthy living lifestyle vlog. So let's go over here and check the calendar. Okay, so Monday, November the 18th, my weight was 195. So I will have to confess that I fell off the wagon a little bit last night. I opened up my refrigerator and saw the Grand Marnier chocolate-coated pecans that Zeus Phillips had left here for me. So I ended up eating about 4 of those. So Zeus, you'll have to let me know how many carbs I consumed in those chocolate-covered pecans. So there it is, set on 0. And let's see how much weight I gained back from that little snafu that I had last night. Well, not too much. Well, it does change a little bit when I bend over. I have to bend over, though, to be able to see it. It looks like about 198. When I stand up, it does go down a pound or 2. So we're going to go with the 198. So it's still below 200, and that makes me happy. I'm going to pause you, and then we'll go in the kitchen and make breakfast. I'm not going to be cooking any breakfast this morning. I already have my eggs boiled. So I'm going to have 1 boiled egg. I put a little pepper on it. And then I'm going to scoop out 1/2 of an avocado. And I already did put a little pepper on it also. So I was on my phone. I just now downloaded the Atkins app so that I can start keeping up with the carb counts a little better and then get ideas on meal planning. And then I am going to have 1/2 of a container of the Fay yogurt. And I went through and calculated all of the carbs. And I do know that I'm going over the carb count for breakfast, which is okay, because like I explained to y'all earlier, I didn't jump into this 100%. I started this because I realized that I had to do something for my health or I was going to die. And that was 9 days ago when I had the stomach virus. So I really haven't gone out and bought any special food for the diet. I'm just using what I have on hand because I am not going to waste any food. I'm going to drink my milk. I already had purchased a gallon of milk. So I have 1 cup of 2% milk. That is 12 grams carbs. The 1 boiled egg is 6/10 of a carb. The 1/2 avocado is 6 carbs. And the 1/2 cup yogurt is 4.5 carbs. So that's going to be my breakfast, and I will be back with my lunch. Okay, guys, welcome back. So I'm getting ready to prepare my lunch, but first I wanted to show you this beautiful card. This was in the box of all of the health aid goodies and all the things that I received from Marcia. And let me read it to you. It's so beautiful. Look at that beautiful flower. Okay. So it says, God's promises are sure. His mercies are always new. His plans are always good, and His love never fails. And the inside of the card says, thinking of you and praying you'll sense God's peace and goodness in a fresh way as you go through your day. May the Lord be gracious to you, show you His favor, and give you His peace. And that's from Numbers chapter 6, verse 24 and 26. Thank you, Marcia. That's a beautiful gift. Gift of love. And the lotus flower is absolutely gorgeous. I would love to put this in a frame, and I probably will do that. So before I get started on making my salad for lunch, there's a channel that I want to give a shout out to, and it is called Worm's Eye View. The girl's name is Pippa. She lives in England, and she is just adorable. She has a little daycare, so you get to see her interact with the children. And she goes on walks and excursions, and she just recently bought a van. So she and her family go camping every now and then. So please check out her channel. We're trying to help her grow it and become very successful, which I know that she will. She has a great personality, and she's a lot of fun to watch. I will leave the link in the description. So I'm not going to measure anything because I have waited way too long to prepare my lunch, and I am famished. So I just chopped up a few pieces of cheddar cheese, and that's the other half of my avocado from breakfast. So I'm just going to chop this up really quick and get me a nice salad made, and sit down and eat some lunch. I have to run out. I promised a friend of mine to do a favor for her today, so I'm going to be doing that this afternoon. I want to make sure I have a lot of food in my belly before I get out and start running around, so that I'm not tempted to go through McDonald's drive-thru or do anything to sabotage my diet. So I have washed a few pieces of my butter lettuce, so let's get this torn up. I bought Jill one of those lettuce spinner things, and I don't know if she's used it yet, but she eats salad every single day, and she makes smoothies every morning, so she's always washing and cleaning lettuce, and I thought, well, that salad spinner would be good for her to have. The last time I was home, my sister Bobby had gotten one for Christmas, and she had used it, and I was watching her, how she washed the lettuce and spun all the water out of it, and I thought, wow, that's a neat gadget. Now, I wouldn't use something like that. It would be more trouble and aggravation for me, and then I wouldn't have a place to store it anyway. So let me get a little bit of broccoli. So I have a few leaves of my butter lettuce. If I start slurring my words and messing up, you'll know it's because my sugar has bottomed out, y'all. I'm hypoglycemic, so I'm really not supposed to go this long in between meals. So I did eat breakfast early, and I guess it's been about 5 hours, and that's way too long. I should have at least eaten a handful of nuts or something. But I'll figure it out. It will come to me eventually. Okay, so there's my broccoli. And then I'm going to throw in some of my spinach and my spring mix that I picked up the other day from Walmart. And I need to put this in a Ziploc bag because it's starting to wilt. This is supposed to be already washed, so I am trusting them that it is. And then this is the other half of the topping from my pizza from yesterday. I'm just going to chop it up. It does have the onions, and it has the meat in it, so I'm going to be having the pepperoni, onions, pepperoni, mushrooms, and some red and green peppers. And then I'll add some black pepper and a little salad dressing, and this is going to be the perfect lunch. And like I said, I didn't measure it or count the carbs or anything. I don't think it's that high in carbs. Most of it that I'm adding in here is low carbs. And then for my drink, I'm going to drink my ice water. Okay, so I'm going to add my black pepper. I'm not going to put my turmeric in there yet because one of my subscribers sent me an email with a link to a Dr. Berg, B-E-R-G. He's a chiropractor, I believe. I'm sure some of y'all are familiar with him. And it was about the food products that cause eczema. So here I am putting turmeric on all of my food, thinking that it's an anti-inflammatory. And according to what I watched on his video, it actually causes eczema because it's considered what he calls a salicylic. So before I eat any more of the turmeric, I'm going to research that. Y'all, this is a huge salad. If I eat this whole thing, I'll be chewing until dinner time. Oh, Lordy. Well, if I can't eat it all, I'll just cover it up in this container that Marcia gave me that was filled with soap and other things. And I'll have the rest of it for dinner. And I will see you later on. Bye, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm not going to bother showing you what I'm eating for dinner tonight because it's the same soup that I've been eating for the last 3 nights. But I wanted to show you this item that was gifted to me last December by my former friend and subscriber, Nick. I no longer need it, so I'm going to re-gift it. My subscriber, Joe, sent me an email about 3 weeks ago, just in tears and so upset because her husband uses his tablet in church because he can't see or hear very well. So he uses his tablet to be able to read the sermon and follow along with the songs and everything. And while they were at church, he had left it in a group room, and they went home and everything. So they realized that her husband had left his tablet at the church. So they went back, and the tablet had been stolen. So she was just beside herself. So I said, well, you know, I have one. It's a used one, but it's a good one. It's an RCA little tablet, and it does have the keyboard on it and everything. And I said, I no longer need it because Zeus bought me a brand new laptop. And I said, I'll be happy to re-gift it and give it to you. I didn't think that, you know, my friend, or ex-friend, Nick, would mind. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to be mailing it priority mail to Joe. I believe that if you have something that you don't use and someone else needs it, then you should, you know, re-gift it. I'm not going to ask Nick's permission. I don't need his permission. For some reason, he's got a chip on his shoulder and has decided to go over to the dark side, and he's doing a very good job of teaching his little 7-year-old son how to bully. So that's going to be it for tonight's video. I want to thank you for coming along, and y'all just keep on coming back. Good night, guys.